And we're live. Hi, my name's Al.
My name's Sutton.
My name is Barcode.
And my name is Bajo. And we are representing Case 11, the Family Orlando Physicians. The Orlando Family Physician is a group practice consists of 4 physicians and a medical support staff. It's also arranged as a partnership, and each physician receives equal compensation, which consists of a base salary plus an equally split bonus from the remaining profits. The physicians don't like the current pay system because they don't think it's fair and believe some are working harder than the others, making it difficult to measure the objective, mainly there's no direct way to compare each individual's productivity. They're also struggling to agree on how to split profits and what measures to use to do so. The physicians also came upon an agreement that profits should be at least $70,000, and the majority of compensation should come from a base salary. Additionally, they agreed that the proposed system must be trusted, understood, equitable, affordable, and to create incentives.
And our approach will be using historical data, and we'll also assess the sensitivity of different performance measure under 3 major categories, which are productivity measure, financial measure, and quality measure. Under productivity measure, number of patient visits, works related value units, and professional procedures are considered. In financial measure, gross charge, net income of each physician will be evaluated. In under quality measure, average patient satisfaction, blood pressure control, and amount of breast cancer screenings are evaluated. And finally, we will recommend the best alternative of pay for performance system to the physicians. And we have identified problems in our case, and it's mainly revolved around the following 3 issues: how the performance should be measured in order to compensate the physicians. And the second one is amount of income to be allocated for the performance pay, and amount of target net income after physicians compensation.
So we identified that the physician C had the best RVUs, numbers of procedures, and gross charges. Physician D had the best number of patient visits, net collection, and patient satisfaction score. Both complete opposite, which meant both needed to be compensated equally. Therefore, we took the bonus of $120,000 and divided by 2, took $60,000 corresponding to the gross charges, and we divided them up to $25,000 for the best, $15,000 for the second best, $12,500 for the third best, and $7,500 for the fourth. The other $60,000 went to patient satisfaction with the same division. The solution provides a system that is trusted, easy to understand, equitable, and provides incentives in multiple routes.
So like Al mentioned, we're using gross charges and average patient satisfaction as our measures, and we're allocating $60,000 to each. For gross charges, we're using the total gross charges generated by a physician during that year, and we're using the historical data that was given to us to do that. And we're assuming that more gross charges indicates a higher physician performance. And then for average patient satisfaction scores, we're just using the average score for each physician, also assuming that higher scores indicate a higher quality of the physician. And then below that, you can see the ranking chart, like Al mentioned, for the $60,000 and how it would be split up, with first receiving $25,000, second receiving $15,000, third receiving $12,500, and then fourth receiving $7,500. And then in the next slide, you can see at the top is just a chart with the historical data that was in the case study, and we can see gross charges and patient satisfaction scores for physicians A through D. And then below that, we just ranked each physician on gross charges and patient satisfaction. So you can see physician C had the highest gross charges at $602,675. Then it was physician D, then physician B, and then A came in fourth with a gross charges of $527,000 and $820. And then it was patient satisfaction. We did the same thing, except this time it was physician D who had the highest score and physician B who had the lowest. And then in the next slide, we just corresponded the monetary compensation to their ranking. So we have that same ranking chart up top. And then we just added a column to each physician's ranking that with the dollar amount that corresponded to that ranking. So you can see physician C, we mentioned, had the highest gross charges. So they would receive $25,000 and so on and so forth. And then we did the same thing with patient satisfaction, except this time where physician D had the highest score, he would be the one to receive $25,000, and physician B had the lowest score, receiving $7,500 or $7,500. And then in the next slide, we just figured out their total compensation. We took the base salary that they mentioned that they agreed upon. We used the historical data, which was $12,500 a month, and we calculated that for the whole year, which was $150,000. And then we just took the monetary compensation that came from each of their rankings for gross charges and patient satisfaction, and then we added those all up to get total compensation. And you can see that physician D had the highest compensation with $190,000, and physician B had the lowest at $170,000.
So the solutions identified are the following. We left the net income at $70,063, which is $63 over the minimum they wanted. Compensation is less than the base pay, but more than $10,000 worth of lattes is the joke from page 87. And then we pick both financial and quality measures as to be rewarding. This gives multiple different routes for progress and incentives. And overall, the physicians have been arguing on who works harder. We identified the top two and reward them respectfully. So who works harder? We identified the top two. Base pay is greater than the bonus, but it's greater than more than 10,000. And then allocation for net income is 70,000 and more. Should we use quality and financial? And possible proposal does satisfy the 5 characteristics. Is it trusted? The data is accessible and uses the current billing system. The patient score is an average, which doesn't require the constant harassment of asking them to file a survey or how many patients you did provide care for. Is it clearly understood? Those who actually work harder are compensated for their efforts. Is it equitable? The ranking system is based on their hard work, whether it is patient satisfaction or through gross charges. Is there an incentive? Yes. For example, if you were at a close second, the incentive is to work harder and achieve that extra $10,000 bonus. And is it affordable? Yes. We still have a net income to provide for future investments and renewal of assets. This is Group D signing off.